Hello everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study science with me in class 8. Today we are discussing our 17th chapter that is called Stars and the Solar System. In this chapter, you will learn about night sky, moon, phases of moon, surface of moon, solar system, constellations, sun, stars and other important members of our solar system. We will learn about artificial satellite as well. Okay, now look at this. This is a very beautiful scenery of the night time which is showing you lots of twinkling stars, right? Now during night time we have seen lots of stars which twinkle. Some of them do not twinkle and they are not visible for us because of it. These stars, some of them can produce their own light, whereas some only acting as a surface to reflect the light. Understood? All these natural objects that you see in the night sky are called heavenly body or celestial body. Now we are going to talk and learn about these. Now whenever you see in the night sky, the first and very bright object that you observe is the moon. Now we are going to study about moon. See over here. This is the moon during night in the night sky. Okay, the moon is the nearest celestial object to the earth. It is brightest object in the night sky. Moon has no atmosphere, means air is not present over there. Okay, there's no wonder there's no weather on the moon as well. Okay, the moon appear round in shape from the earth. There are some natural objects that revolve around the planet. This moon is also the one which revolve around a planet. Okay, our moon is also revolving around our earth. So this type of object which revolve around a planet is known as satellite. As it is present naturally over there, it is called natural satellite. Okay, the moon is a non-luminous object, means the moon does not have their own light, but it still appears shiny in the bright sky. Do you know why? Because moon is acting as a reflecting surface. When the light of sun fall on the moon, it reflects the light back, and this reflected light from the moon is coming on our earth. Okay, and we are able to see because of the reflected light coming from the moon on the earth. We are able to see the moon. So the basic reason behind we are able to see the moon is that sunlight is falling on the moon and the moon is reflecting it toward us. Okay, see, the sunlight is falling on the moon and moon is reflecting the light, and reflected light is falling on the earth. You can see that we are only receiving the light from the half portion of the moon. The other half is not reflecting light toward the earth. Means we are only able to see only half part of the moon which is facing the earth. Why is that? Because moon revolve around the earth, okay, and it is also rotating on its own axis. Okay, moon is rotating on its own axis and it is revolving around the earth as well. Okay, and accidentally what happened over here, that time period of revolution and time period of rotation is nearly equal, that is 29.5 days. It is 29 days in full and 1 day in half. Okay, both of the time period is equal for rotation, for revolution. So whenever moon is rotating around the earth, a particular side of the earth is always facing a particular side of the moon, always throughout the years. Okay, whenever it is moving, it is like this. A particular side of the earth will always face the particular side of the moon. Moon revolve around the earth, and eventually, because earth is rotating around the sun, moon is also rotating around the sun while rotating around the earth. Understood? Moon is rotating on its own axis, then it is rotating around the earth as well while moving on its own axis, and as the earth is rotating around the sun, the moon is also rotating around the sun while revolving around the earth. Understood? This is how the moon is going to move. Now over here we are having an activity to understand why we always see only one face of the moon. Required object to perform this activity is a small stick and your thread. Now you need to draw a circle about 1 meter diameter on the ground and stand at its center. Ask your friend to revolve around you in a manner that he always faces towards you. Can you see his back during this complete revolution? The back is not seen during revolution. Why? Because he is facing you. Okay, this activity shows that while revolving around the earth, the moon is also rotating on its axis. This makes the same part of the moon face toward the earth, just like the front of revolving boy or revolving friend. Okay, therefore we always see this same face of the moon. So we can say that we always face the same side of the moon, and the side of the moon that we see is called near side of the moon, whereas the side which we can't see is called far side of the moon. Okay, the side that is always away from us is called far side of the moon. So moon is having two sides. One is near side, which is visible for us, and the second one is far side, which is not visible because it is in the back. Okay, when the size, okay, before we discuss size of the moon, just discuss about the phases of the moon. Maybe you have seen that moon change its shape. Sometime it completely disappear from the sky. Sometime it appear like this. Sometime half of the moon is visible. Sometime a little portion of the moon is not present, and sometime you can also observe that the moon is complete in a circle. Okay, so this is what this is phase of moon, phases of moon. Okay, the revolution of moon around the earth make the moon appear as if it is changing its shape. Because of the revolution, what we have learned about that we are only receiving the reflected light from the moon. So whatever part of reflected light we are receiving, we will able to see that shape only. Okay, and because of this, the moon appear to have changed their shape. They appear to have different shape every day of the month. Okay, the changing shape of brighter part of the moon that we see during month are called phases of moon. The shape of moon depend on its position in relative condition to the sun and earth. Whatever the position of moon in respect to sun and earth, okay, the moon revolve around the earth and we see different shapes of the brighter part of the moon only. We can see only brighter part because the part which is not bright can't be seen by us because they are completely in dark, and the object is, the moon is placed at a very far distance from us, so we are only able to perceive the light from the illuminated part of the moon. Understood? To understand this, okay, you can draw and absorb the phases of moon. What you need to do is you need a white sheet of paper, pencil, eraser and pen. Okay, now observe the shape of the moon from full moon to the next. Okay, draw the shape of the moon every night during this period. Also note the direction, that is east to west, in which that shape is seen. Okay, illuminated part means other side of this illuminated part is also illuminated, whereas this part is non-illuminated. Okay, so what happened, we are only seeing the half portion of illuminated part. That is why we can see quarter of moon. So it is the first quarter that is visible for us before appearing the full moon. It is the first quarter which we are seeing. Okay, that is why it is called quarter phase. Understood? Now next is waxing gibbous moon. As it is still continuously increasing in size, okay, after the quarter phase, still the size of moon is growing. Okay, the bigger portion of illuminated moon is now seen for us. Okay, and that is why it is called waxing gibbous moon. Gibbous is with respect to the shape of the moon. This portion of moon is visible for us, means we are very close to have a full moon. Okay, so it is called waxing gibbous moon. Now the time comes for full moon to appear, means after 2 weeks of new moon. Okay, after 2 weeks from the new moon, the moon is completely appearing for us. Okay, the moon is now appear in front of us in their full glory. Why? Because full on the illuminated part of the moon is now facing the earth. The illuminated half coincide with the part of earth and face earth. Okay, the full illuminated disk is seen, and this phase is known as full moon. Now as the full moon has already appeared in front of us, now the chances or the time is for the moon to decrease in its size. So the next condition is waning. But what portion is waning over here? Only a slight portion of the moon is waning, and the shape is still in gibbous. Okay, the shape is still of gibbous, but the moon is disappearing from our vision. So we are calling them waning gibbous moon. Understood? After the full moon, the illuminated part of the moon decrease gradually. This phase is called waning gibbous moon. Okay, now is the last quarter. That was our first quarter. Okay, first quarter means now the moon is that time they were increasing in size, but now we are talking about last quarter moons, means now it is also going to decrease in size to have new moon. Okay, 3 weeks after the new moon, 3 weeks from the new moon, we again see only half of the illuminated part. Only we are seeing half of the illuminated part of the moon. Still, in the back of this illuminated part, the moon portion is also illuminated, but we are only seeing the 50% of illuminated part of the moon. That is why it is appearing in quarter shape. Understood? Because only 50% of the moon has been going to receive the sunlight, and out of those 50% we are able to see the 50%, means out of whole moon we are only receiving the light from 25% of the moon. So it is called quarter. We only see half of the illuminated part of the moon. This is called last quarter moon, because now it is also going to decrease in size. Just see over here, this is called waning crescent moon. During the 4th week, the size of illuminated part of the moon reduced, and we see a thin curve only. See over here, only thin curve of moon is visible for us, and this is called waning crescent moon. Means still the size of moon is decreasing. That is why we are calling it waning. The shape is refers to as a crescent. Okay, so this moon is refers to as a waning crescent moon. What is the next phase after this one? Yes, after this phase, the moon will completely disappear from our vision, and this will become a new moon. And again, it will follow with the waxing crescent moon, first quarter moon, waxing gibbous moon, and full moon, and then waning gibbous moon. In this way, this complete size, okay, they will follow one after another. Okay. Understood? The time period between two consecutive full moon is named as month according to the Indian calendar. Understood? According to the Indian calendar is based on the phases of moon. So the time period between two consecutive full moon means from one full moon to the next full moon. Okay, it is considered as 1 month. Okay, this period is considered as 1 month according to the Indian calendar. Okay, Hindu month, and it is approximately of 29 days, 11 hours and 43 minutes. This is called lunar month. Understood? What is lunar month? We are calling lunar month because the month is based on the location and based on the phases of moon. Okay, this is all about the phases of moon. Now we are going to study about surface of moon. Moon actually look very pretty, very beautiful. Sometimes we compare the beauty with the moon appearance, but if you will see the surface of moon, you will have this type of lots of spot present over there. Okay, the nature of the surface of moon on its near side is entirely different from its far side. Near side is the side which faces the earth, and far side is the side of the moon which is present on the behind the near side. The surface on the moon near side is extraordinary uneven, and consist of lunar highland and maria. See over here, a crater on the surface of the moon, when it fall like this, this type of shape has been appear, and this is the surface of moon, which is showing you numerous highland and maria. Okay, the meaning of highland is clear as its name, while maria means large ditches. Highlands means raised surfaces, whereas maria is ditches present on the surface of moon. Though there is not even a trace of water available on the surface of the moon, the name suggests the depth of the surface at those points. The surface on the far side of moon is comparatively smoother and has a finer texture, but still we found a large number of craters formed by the meteoroids. You can see like these are the points which look like droplet of water which fall on the soil, right? But these are not like that. They are the ditches left by the falling crater on the moon's surface. Okay, understood? Now some fact about moon. There is hardly any atmosphere on the moon, no water, hence no life on the moon. This is because the gravity on the moon is 1/6 of the earth gravity, which is not sufficient to hold the molecule of the air on its surface. Just think about yourself. If you are having a weight of 60 kg over the earth, when you will move to the moon, your weight will be what? It will be only 10 kg. Understood? Means only 1/6 of gravity of the earth is present on the moon, so it is not able to hold the atmosphere over there. Clear? So we cannot breathe because oxygen is lacking from over there. Now next is, we cannot hear any sound on the moon because sound wave need a medium to travel. We have learned about it that sound travel from one place to another with the help of medium. As there is no air, no medium, so we cannot hear the sound on the moon. Okay, footprint of Neil Armstrong and other astronauts which has visited the moon are still there. Why? Because there is no air to make them disappear. There's no dust, okay, which is floating in the air to get settled down on those footprint. Okay, the gravitational force between the moon and the earth causes tides in ocean on the earth. Okay, the gravitational force which is present between the moon and the earth, which is it is causing the tidal force on the ocean. Okay, now next is stars. We will learn about stars next. Now let us study about different phases of moon. See over here, this is new moon, this is called a waxing crescent moon, this is called first quarter moon. Now this is called a waxing gibbous moon, full moon. These are all few phases of moon. Okay, now next you can see waning gibbous moon, last quarter moon, and waning crescent moon. Over here that there are two terms written, that is waxing and waning. What do you mean by waxing and waning? First discuss about waxing. Okay, then the size of moon or brighter part of the moon grow. Okay, it is increasing in size. Understood? If the size of moon is continuously increasing like this, you can see there is no moon which is visible on the night sky. It is called new moon. Okay, now suddenly we are having a look of the moon and now it is increasing day by day in size and become a full moon. Understood? Means the size of the moon is increasing day by day. This type of moon is known as a waxing moon. Understood? When the size of moon is increasing, it is called a waxing moon. Understood? But what happened after that? The full moon. See, a few portion of moon started to disappear from our vision. Now see, it is continuously going to disappear like that, and ultimately we will have a new moon. Understood? Means the size of the moon has been completely, little by little, it is going to started to disappear. They are becoming thinner and thinner day by day. Okay, so when the moon started to decrease in size from full moon to the new moon, we say that the moon is waning, or they are started to disappearing. Okay, so waning moons, when they are day by day decreasing the size, the moon size is day by day decreasing, that type of moon is known as waning moon. Whereas if the size of the moon is day by day increasing, okay, toward full moon, then it is known as waxing moon. Understood? Now we will study different phases of the moon. The first is new moon. You see, this is the new moon, means there is no moon visible in the night sky. Okay, just see what is written over here about it. When the moon is approximately in the same direction as the sun, its non-illuminated half faces the earth. Therefore, the part faces us is in dark, and this phase is called new moon. Means still the moon is present in the sky. Okay, the moon is present in the sky, but what happened over here? The illuminated part is now present in the far side. Okay, the illuminated part of the moon is present on the far side, whereas the near side of the moon is non-illuminated. Okay, it is having no light to reflect. As there is no light to reflect, we are not able to see the moon. So we call them as new moon, because we are not able to see the moon in the night sky. It means moon is already over there. Moon is over there, but we are not able to see, because the part of the moon which is receiving the sunlight is not facing our earth. Understood? This type of moon is called new moon. Now next is waxing crescent moon. You can see a little portion of moon is now visible for us. Okay, as the moon moves around the earth, a part of its illuminated half is seen. At first, we only see a thin curve called crescent. This curve, the shape is called crescent. Understood? This shape which is illuminated for us is called crescent, and that is why the name of moon that is given over here is waxing. Waxing because it is increasing in size, crescent because of the shape, and it is moon, so it is waxing crescent moon. Understand? The first at first we only see thin curve of crescent, which now grow bigger and bigger every the following night. Okay, therefore this phase is called a waxing crescent moon. Understand? The next is first quarter moon. This come a week after new moon. Okay, after a week from new moon, okay, first quarter moon is visible after 1 week. Okay, by this time the moon complete around the quarter of its turn around the earth. Okay, at this time the moon is able to complete 1/4 of its turn around the earth, and we can see half of its illuminated part. Okay, that is quarter of the moon. Only we are able to see half of the illuminated shiny heavenly body seen in the night sky. These are called stars. The stars are different from the planet or satellite, because stars are huge and they are hot and they are glowing object. They are producing their own light. Okay, stars glow by emitting their own light. The sun is also a star because it gives out their own light. Okay, we see stars in the night sky only. However, they are also present during the day, but we are not able to see them during the day because of the sunlight or the light which is present on the earth's surface due to sun. You might have seen in your room during daylight, whenever you switch on the bulb, the light of bulb does not matter. Even you did not recognize that the bulb is glowing in the daytime because of the presence of some sunlight. Or if you burn a candle, okay, if you burn a candle during daytime, the light of the candle does not matter, because the light which is given by the candle is very small in comparison to the light which is given by sun. Understood? Because of this fact, we are not able to recognize the stars which is giving us a very small light in the form of twinkling star during daytime, because sun is providing us with a huge amount of bright light. Okay, to look at the number of stars in the night sky, we choose a place preferably away from the pollution of the city so that we can have a clear view. Okay, now try to note any variation in color, brightness and size of the star. These all things does matter for us as well. Okay, note down if there is any bright star like object which do not twinkle. Okay, just see over here what is there. Different color of stars, that is blue, red, yellow, are indicating their temperature. We have learned about that in combustion, that a candle flame is having a different color zone based on their amount of heat that they produce. So blue star which is appearing blue in color, obviously they are the hottest one, and then red and then yellow is there. Okay, now next is brightness of the star as viewed from the earth can be affected by the amount of dust and pollution of the earth atmosphere, right? Why? Because earth is having lots of dust particle which is floating in the air. The light which is coming from the stars maybe strike these dust particle and they get reflected back. Understood? So obviously if the light rays are not falling directly on our eyes, we will not be able to see them. So when the dust particle is present, you can understand it like that. During foggy days, we are not able to see the object which is kept at a little bit distance. Why? Because of the fog present in between the object and our eyes. The light which is reflected by the object has been struck upon on the foggy substances and then they get reflected back. Okay, in this way we are not receiving all the light which has been reflected from the object, and so the object become blurred to us. Understood? In the same manner, the brightest star which is present in the sky, because of the dust particle accumulated on the earth's surface, we are not able to see the light in their full strength. Understood? Now the size of the star as seen from the earth does not give any idea of its actual shape. Whatever the size which is present over there in the night sky, we cannot judge the size by their appearance because they are very far from us. The distance from us to the star is very long, and because of this the size may appear small. Stars appearing in very small in size. Why? Because they are placed at a very far distance. Understood? For example, if you will stand on your roof, okay, if you are standing and if you are looking at a tree which is very far away from you, the tree will appear small in size. Can you judge the size of tree by their appearance when they are kept at a far distance? No, we cannot. In the same manner, the stars maybe they are of huge size, even they are bigger than the sun, but still they are appearing in small size because of the distance, extremely large distance between the stars and the earth. Now next point is the bright star like object that do not twinkle are actually planet. Understood? The bright star like object which is present over there, they are which are not twinkling, they are planets. Okay, planets like earth in which we are living, and there are other planets as well on the solar system. Okay, in the solar system. Now the question arises, why the stars appear twinkling in the night sky? We see stars twinkle because the light coming from the star passes through different layer of the earth atmosphere. By passing through these layer are having different density, due to which the speed of light change in each of the layer. This light take a zigzag path and this give a twinkling appearance to the star. Sometimes the light is coming, sometimes it is not, because of the interruption present in the environment in the earth atmosphere. So they appears to be twinkling in condition. Okay class, understood? Next is activity number 3. Aim of this activity is to find whether the stars are having fixed position in the sky. Okay, so what you have to do, to perform this activity on a clear dark night, go to your terrace at 9 p.m. and locate some star which you can recognize easily. Again, after some time, compare the position of the star in the night sky with respect to the distance, tree or a building top. Okay, any other fixed point or reference. You can compare the star location with any structure which is fixed on the earth's surface. Now go to your terrace again at 12 in midnight and then 4 a.m. Try to locate the same stars compared to the position of the same point that you have taken as a reference. Now you can see and compare the distance of the substances. Okay, compare the distance of that star from the tree at a different interval of time. Now you can conclude the star remain at fixed their position or they move. Can you compute the direction in which the stars are appearing to move? The stars appear to move from east to west. Okay, the stars will always appear from east to west. Why? Because our earth is moving from west to east. Okay, whenever you are sitting in a train, when the train is in moving condition, the trees, the poles which is present on the roadside, they appear to move in the backward direction because of the motion of train in forward direction. Understood? In the same manner, if an object is moving, the fixed object at a particular place, they appears to move in the opposite direction. Understood, class? Okay, so I'm going to stop this video at this point. Understood? Now we will continue this video in the next class. Okay, have a nice day until then, everyone.